Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to Unveiled, where we play D&D live as an actual play thing. Yeah. So, we're going to do introductions, and then I'm going to do a slight recap, and then we're going to get into shenanigans. It's going to be great. So, hi Job.
Hello, I am welcome to Internet. And today, Joff, playing Yari, having a good time. Having a good time, running around in a circle. Liking the hat, liking the wave, liking the beards, everyone who has beards. Liking the upside down beards, everyone who has beards on top but not bottom. And, you know, just thinking about stuff, consequences. Hoping to find we're two of a kind, making it go, making it roll together. We're gonna find our way.
Hell yeah. Hi
Over to you,
Tony.
Andy. I forgot about Andy. Guys, over to you.
Hi Tony.
Andy, if upside down was right side up, could right side ever be upside down? These are the things that one ponders when you sit in a seat like this one here, and like the others over there. If left was right, then right was up. If up was down, then back to you, and yeah, back to you.
Hi Chris.
It's me, that guy. I'm Chris, not these guys, or that lady down there. They're not Chris. Over to you, Andy.
Hi Amador.
I'm Amador. I play a frog. He likes to cast spells. But more importantly, what if it's not about the destination, but the Andes we made along the way? Back to you, Andy.
We've made a lot of Andys along the way. Hi Emily.
Hello. I am Gerda, a rat lady who is, I don't know, I would say could take home the gold in the Olympics at vomiting.
Probably nibbling too. I think you've got that one down. Hi Juice.
I'm practicing mewing. Am I doing all right?
Beautiful. Just stellar.
Make my jaw look magnificent.
I can feel the viewers coming in just from the thumbnail of that. I'm gonna zoom in just real big. Thank you. That's perfect. And I am Dakota or Shiro. This is Unveiled. It's in the homebrew world of Aristhea. Last time we were here, our players fucked around inside the guild hall. I think that was most of the session.
I don't remember. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I was not here.
Like
Whatever you said happened.
Awesome. Everybody died. Rocks fell. This is the new campaign.
Great.
No, so
Awesome. I cast fireball.
the like biggest parts of last session is like everybody found out that Yari came back, right? And people found out that there's a war brewing. The Empire is under new management, and people are concerned that that is an ill omen. So, yeah. Following that, everybody got an invitation. You all were invited to the Duke's Castle here in Port Saris for your support of the city and help with Count Vidir, really to show their appreciation for what you've done. And some people were going to head to a library before that. And I think that's where we'll pick up, is right before that, like, midday, as people were deciding what they wanted to do before they headed to the castle for their summons.
Are we gonna brush over the fact that Yari got naked in front of us in fox form and then got unnaked again?
There was
I
a
did brush over that.
there was a
Oh, and I almost died.
there was a blanket. There was a blanket.
You were fine.
So did
I
we.
got stabbed in the brain.
You were, yeah. You know, That did happen last session. For some reason, I thought that was 2 sessions ago. We'll add that too. They did talk about Yari's sword that she keeps.
Yeah.
And Argyle attempted to identify it, saw a vision, and was stabbed through said vision.
I was one-shotted, by the way.
In the movies, that'd be a flesh wound.
He was fine. He got back up.
I'm okay.
Literally one-shotted, huh?
Literally.
Also, Rusati was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. We were concerned,
Yeah.
honestly.
AFK. Off on a mission.
And I don't remember what Saris was doing.
His best.
He always does his best. He's a great boy, and we love him.
He's the
It's
best
all
around.
you can. It's all you can hope from the player.
He is the oldest of us all, is he not?
He is the
I
eldest.
think he is.
I
He's
think
the
he's
eldest
the elder.
and the voice of
Reason?
wisdom
Yeah.
and reason.
I really wish I could do that for you. I really wish. Chris's notes haven't been updated since October 10th, and I don't know what's happening.
That's only 2 episodes.
That's that's
Yeah.
pretty caught up.
We played one more time and then skipped Thanksgiving. So yeah, that's only a couple
It's
episodes.
just, I
Fine.
think there's an empire and a war brewing. I don't know.
This is fine. Somebody show me to their leader and we'll
Everything's
start a
fine.
war. Let's go.
Other thing that we did not mention.
Yeah?
The guild has been put on like basically full alert, like
Yeah.
basically martial law is in effect, more or less. And all of the guild leaders and Proven have been summoned to like the headquarters of the guild. That's another thing that's going on.
Things DEFCON 2 as they say it.
Yes.
We're not quite 1 yet.
So we'll pick up.
Very Game
there-
of Thrones. Yeah, it's just all this machinations and political intrigue. I mean,
Don't say Game of Thrones. We're going to a dinner. Do you know what happened the last time when a bunch of people rounded up and went to dinner?
I don't need to be strung
that's just a
from.
day in the Game of Thrones.
Red Wedding 2, let's go.
I don't need to find myself in a tree somewhere.
I, I don't need a wolf stitched to my head, my little frog body.
Yeah.
New fan art coming soon.
Oh my
Drink.
god!
I'm,
I don't
I'm
know
sure.
things.
I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen inside Saris.
All right, so
So we were on our way to a dinner. I don't remember the dinner.
So we're gonna pick up. There was talk about what to do before the dinner because people were having
Okay.
conversations about visiting the library or taking
yeah.
time to go somewhere inside the city. So if there's somewhere you would like to go that would exist in a city, feel free.
you'll find Rusati,
Tapas.
his head in a book at the library.
Okay.
Anybody?
Yeah, I thought the plan was to go to the library and try to see if we could figure out anything about the sword or what the heck Yari actually is.
That one is Santa Claus.
That one is Santa
Yes.
Claus.
Obviously,
That one is.
I was thinking.
I'll be right back. I have to put a bear to bed.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I've
So-
done that.
I will say.
Hello,
I will
Bear.
ask. Is there anybody that's not at the library?
I would have gone to the
Tapas.
library too.
Okay. Follow-up question: Who's watching Gerda?
Other follow-up question. I didn't think about that. I mean, that's a statement, but you know what I mean.
Do we
Oh.
have to watch Gerda? I feel like Gerda is a
No, you definitely
I
don't.
think-
sexualized rat
Gerda-
woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to. No, not at all.
Fully matured rat woman who will
only
not
take
set.
care of themselves.
You
Sure.
know what? Nothing's gonna catch on fire. We're in
I
a
probably
seaside
won't
town.
eat tomes.
It's fine.
So, you guys as a party are walking through the ports of Saris. It's about the same. Like, given what you've heard today, like nothing seems out of the ordinary. People are still.
Well, only the guild has the advanced news, so regular
Right.
people don't know. They don't know shit.
The only thing that does strike you as odd as you're going through the city real quick is that you don't see any of the Knights of Anralat that you've seen before. You don't catch any of them patrolling the streets. Like normally, you've seen like one here, one there, as you're going through.
I saw a whole bunch of them leave town like in a hurry
Correct.
a while back.
So,
What is a while?
last night?
I don't.
A few hours.
It was early in the morning probably because I was
Less than
or late
24
last
hours.
night. It
Like
was less
right
than 24
after-
hours, but it was probably at like 1 in the morning or something.
I was gonna say it was like right after we had left the manor and all went to bed. Silvius went off to the guard, and then they were leaving
Yeah.
as he was going.
Okay.
I saw the knights leaving town.
Quick question,
What's up?
DM. Was there supposed to be another address thing today, tonight?
The Duke is making an address. Yes.
Like at the dinner, or just like
Yeah, I was the
Probably
after
after
dinner?
dinner. Yeah.
We could
there's
hope.
no set time for people. They just know that it is today while there's still sun in the sky.
Today o'clock, my favorite time.
Yeah.
Day.
that's bad planning. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Sounds a little murderous.
It is unfortunate that they didn't give a time for this.
Telling me we could roll up to dinner and that speech would be over. That's terrible.
So, you guys continue through the city until you get to this like large kind of one floor, maybe two-storied building that is incredibly large. It takes up a massive amount of space. It's got these like pillars upholding the front of the building here, and it has this like more gothic design compared to everything else in town. As you come up to it, and these large like double doors stand in front of you.
Snape killed them.
Snape killed.
Everyone, before we go in,
Mhm.
how do we look? Do we need to be prestidigitated? Gerda,
What?
someone prestidigitate Gerda.
You tell me how you guys look.
What is that?
I look
That's
present.
a spell that can clean things instantly.
Kind of
I'm
my
sitting-
signature look, though.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second, and this is, very entertaining to watch all two people that are probably watching. But are we on the way to the dinner right now?
No, we're
we're
on the way
talking
to the
about-
library.
Okay.
We're going to read like nerds.
Right. We can read like nerds, but maybe hopefully not drawing attention to ourselves.
How would you draw attention to yourself by reading like nerds in a library?
I don't know.
Gerda, try not to eat anything.
Oh, cool.
I-
Insight check.
Whew, that was good
17.
delivery.
You tell me if it's deception or not.
Are you being
I'm
for
just
real?
Yeah, Gerda, you can tell me if it's deception or not.
Gerda hasn't decided yet. I don't think.
Gerda's still deciding.
Oh, you're on mute.
Gerda, unmute yourself.
But I'm not
God.
cool. That's the deception check.
No,
If
that
you,
you're.
if you
You
think,
get to decide whether you're trying to be deceptive or if you're being for real.
Nah,
Right.
nah, I'm cool as hell.
there you go.
Chill
We
as
good.
fuck.
We good, crew.
Gerda's of the opinion.
Why?
that-
Why again are we here?
Well,
Our purpose here is twofold. One, we wanted to see.
Tilvius, you sounded kind of weird there.
We wanted to see if we could figure out what Yari is, and two, we wanted to see if we could figure out anything more about Yari's. How do I say this without blurting it out in the middle of the street? What Yari's mysterious package might actually mean.
Wow.
Wow. That these are the words I would use, yeah. Those are adjectives.
I will open the door and motion everyone in.
Yeah. So as you head inside, you see kind of like spires of books
Serious pack.
that are lining this.
It's a great band name.
The walls are flooded with shelves of books, and there are these little like rickety looking ladders hanging everywhere.
Is there an orangutan?
There is no orangutan. It is a little different from the library in Loch Nin. This feels less like a magical fortress of knowledge and more like a place where they keep a bunch of books, right? There aren't floating books everywhere here. You don't sense magic in the air. It is just spires and shelves of books. It goes on past your eyesight, and yeah, there's a ton of
I
books.
go up to
I'm,
the,
ima-
to the
I'm
desk.
imagining Powell's books in Oregon.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
I go up to the front desk.
Yeah, so as you come in, there are two desks along the left and right that kind of go out in an L shape. And behind them are a bunch of individuals. The first one that you come up to is this little old, short individual that looks humanoid with kind of like slightly pointed ears. He's got his like white hair tied back in a bun, and very like pointed eyes as you come up to him.
He's very soft spoken.
He
Excuse me.
yes.
Whoa!
I swear to God, if you change accents, I'm leaving.
I'm quitting this campaign if you do.
What can I do for you?
I don't have a library. I don't think do any of us have a library card.
We're not here to check out books. We just wanted to do a little research real quick.
As long as you don't leave the library, it's okay.
Okay, cool. Section for Tilvius.
Do you have a section on like mythological animals?
Perhaps
Research about
even
them, something.
shapeshifters. You know?
Shapeshifters, anything like that, yeah.
Yeah. But real ones.
There's a long pause as he just kind of stares at you, and then his eyes roll up in the back of his head. And then he goes back and stares at you, and there's this long pause. Oh, yes. As he then climbs down from this little stool that he was standing on to be above the counter, walks out from behind the little L, and walks into the library.
I will trot along behind.
Yari makes sure that she is in the back of the procession, trying to. She doesn't know. She's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. So as you're heading through this library, there are little pockets here and there of couches and chairs here that are kind of like little reading areas. You pass a point that has like a little alley of smaller rooms that are kind of cordoned off, that have like desks and tables in them. And eventually you get to a shelf where this short individual gestures at the wall.
A nice building.
Just the wall.
Not at books.
No, just a wall of books.
Oh, okay. A wall of books. I thought you just gestured at a blank wall. Here you go.
Just a wall of books.
Where'd all these books come from?
Donations.
Sort of like a Andrew Carnegie thing.
Who?
Who?
Right. Something I saw in a documentary. Never mind.
Fucking Feywild, man.
What? How did you know?
The guy behind you.
Oh,
Fucking
right.
Feywild.
Rude. Never mind. Making small talk. Hey, do we all just grab a book and start reading?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Look for anything about foxes with multiple tails.
Okay. Anybody looking for a book can make an investigation check. This little individual that led you over here will walk off and grab a little ladder. That
I got
of
a that.
moves along. A 0?
Yep.
that's possible.
Okay.
You got a 1 minus 1.
Fucking absolutely stellar. He walks off, grabs this little ladder, and pulls it over. It kind of rolls along the floors. Worth noting, the floors are like wooden tiles. Comes back with a ladder and leaves you to it.
I rolled a 17 with my modifier. That means 17.
I got a 16.
Can I give somebody the help action? I don't have
Oh,
I don't have
You don't want to read about
Yeah.
yourself because that would be like gauche or something.
No, I just don't have a high number, but I don't have proficiency in it, but since like it's her, maybe she can like look over people's shoulders and be like that.
Yeah.
Not that. Not that.
Most people are just looking for something mythical about foxes. You know just a little bit about the Empire, and you're kind of directing towards things that may be related to the Empire. So yes, you can give the help.
Who wants the help action?
Empire.
Well, I got a 4.
Maybe.
I
That's pretty
had
good.
a +5 to my investigation.
I'll give Argyle the help action.
Can
He
I
seems-
also give myself guidance?
You can.
Oh yeah, forgot about guidance.
What is your
Give
guidance
yourself
look like?
guide?
Yeah,
What is
It's self-guess. Or you can self-guess.
Wow.
I'm a self-guide myself all the way down the street.
guidance? Guidance is a touch, right?
Yeah.
yeah. You just splash a vial of water in your face, and that's how you get.
That's what I was
Argyle starts
thinking.
touching themselves. Ooh.
Okay, already we've got Argyle touching themselves, and there's talk of a mysterious package.
I don't know. Maybe we're just horny. Maybe
It's
I.
highly possible.
I was
There
gonna
aren't any
say,
tieflings though. There's no tieflings, guys.
whenever I do
Horny
cast
is weird.
guidance,
Horny
I
is
want to imagine that like when I touch somebody, like their skin kind of glistens a little bit, like almost frog-like.
Okay. I dig it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so there's a slight gleam, Yari, as you are helping
They grow a
Argyle
little wart.
to like point out which books. Like, no, not that. That one's probably not going to help.
So many dice.
So it is a 21. So it's 16 plus 1 plus 5.
Okay. And what is Rosati up to?
So he's sitting kind of in the middle of all of the research tables, and he has a very large, old, dusty tome out in front of him, and he is literally like 4 or 5 inches away from the text, just like intently staring at it, with a quill in his hand, kind of off to the side where his wizard tome is sitting, spell book. And he's like literally like copying and not even looking at his spell book, something into his wizard tome.
Okay.
Wait, he's in the library?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he came
I'm
back.
sitting in the library. I haven't seen you. I'm just staring at this book, like copying down something in it. Super intense.
Okay. So, as you guys are searching for these books, let's go with Tilvius first. As you're kind of looking through, you're looking for myths specifically about foxes with many tails, anything to do with that. You grab a book. It talks about like old ancient foxes that had like were made of fire incarnate. That's probably not what you want. Close that book. Put it back. In that same vein, you find something about like foxes of elemental planes. That's not going to help. You put it back. You find a book on shapeshifters. That's not it. Put it back. And this continues where you're finding things that have to do with it, but not exactly shapeshifting foxes with weird
no.
eyes.
I'll say to everyone, let's try not to spend more than an hour here. We don't want to keep a duke waiting.
So Tilvius is doing his best to search the like lower shelves as he looks at the ladder and
I'm not gonna
contemplates contemplates trying to get accessibility for centaurs in a place like this. Gerda, as you are looking for tomes, you don't find anything remotely related to foxes as you're kind of like grabbing books at random almost here. What does interest you is you find some history about trade dealings with different peoples, right? So there are like lists of trade documents and which trading guilds have been where inside of the southern part of the empire. Some of them are familiar to you. Cirrus, what you grab is odd. As you grab a book and you
I think it's probably. Is it sticky?
it's not sticky. So
Okay.
as you grab it and you open it up, the pages
I
are
think
blank.
it's 0.
Yeah, yeah. So the pages of this book are blank, and that strikes you as odd. You turn a page, and then a small rainbow comes out of one page and into the other page.
A reading
Did I-
rainbow.
Did I pull a magical pop-up book?
You turn a page, and a puff of glitter pops out of the book. You turn another page, and a small stream of gold coins slides out of the book.
And you just hear, "Whoa, Kevin, come look at this."
Kevin, over your shoulder, twinkles in confusion.
We go to sit in a big pleated leather chair in a corner and just, I'm gonna love this. I don't know how big this book is, but if it's short, we get to the end of it and we start it over.
It's not. If I had to say, it's probably like, it seems like 50 pages maybe. Yeah, it's just kind of like a larger picture book styled tome.
Sweet.
Yeah. And Argyle, as you and Yari's kind of pointing out like titles that they believe would not be useful as you're looking through books. And eventually you come to something that talks about fox spirits inside the empire. It's kind of this beat up and almost like burnt tome as you grab it off the shelf and you're like delicately opening it. It takes you quite a while to find it hidden in all of the tomes here on the wall. And as you're kind of reading through it, it talks about these like spirits of the empire are not real, they're fabricated. They deal a lot with possession and illusion and are generally seen as malicious spirits. It doesn't have a lot of information about them specifically, but it talks about different spirits in the empire, and this is one that it references.
Okay. Argyle will kind of like get like kind of nudge Yari and be like, "Look, I think I found it. When are you gonna possess us?" As you do that.
I don't think that's a thing I can do. I don't even quite understand what that means. Like, what does it have a description, or is it just talking about foxes with multiple tails?
It's specifically talking about spirit foxes.
Spirit foxes.
There's
Yeah.
no mention of multiple tails, but there's a small illustration with a small fox with 6 tails.
This doesn't make sense. Like, look, like Yari like touches him on the shoulder. I'm not a spirit. I'm not a spirit.
I mean, maybe it's like it just describes what you are. Not really like literally a spirit, you know?
Maybe does it have a name for this thing?
Does it have a name?
It does not.
It does not.
This is written in common.
Common is our second language. I'm not even joking, guys.
I don't know. Okay, all right. So only thing with multiple tails considered a spirit fox. Okay, well, I couldn't I wasn't a fox until recently. I was just a demi. Okay, well, I guess it's something. Okay, it's something. What? Okay.
If I can interject real quick, maybe it's more like you're taking your journey on getting your extra tails or something. Maybe you awaken something, open
I-
your eyes.
I didn't do anything except go on a caravan with you, Argyle, and I don't remember anything out of the ordinary in that whole thing except for how most of us got killed. So there doesn't seem to be like an instigating moment, I suppose.
It could be the near death.
I mean, I've been pretty near death before.
Well,
Wow.
it's about spirits. Well, we're all spirits in the material world.
I'm trying to make another pun that can go along with Stuart Copeland, and I can't.
Maybe I could make some sort of psychedelic tea, help you remember if we're in the right direction.
Hey, I'm all for that if we can do it in a
You can-
place
you
that
can-
isn't in public.
You can lick me.
I am
Doesn't
not
that kill somebody?
for that. What?
Doesn't kill somebody when you lick him, or you just make him real sick, or you they just trip.
It makes him poisoned. Like you
That's-
gain poisoned.
I
That
got
sounds-
something not toxic. I mean, I'm just saying we could help
I-
you with your spirit journey. You know, what
I
I mean?
am, Gerda. I am for that, just in a place that's not in public.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe when there's some downtime, like maybe after the dinner, I would be down to try that.
I'm just throwing that out there. I think it'd be helpful, team.
Why not during dinner?
I don't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm getting that.
You
getting
all
it.
hear a chair clatter to the floor in the
Oh.
middle of the library.
God damn it! Someone's beating up a chair. Serious?
About an aisle over from you guys.
Cirrus goes, shh.
You just hear the.
As you turn a page, you see a chicken walking across, and as it gets to the other side, it turns into a fried chicken that is still walking across the page and disappears.
Wonderful.
I'll poke my head into the next aisle.
You see Rusati with his chair toppled over backwards, and he stands up super quick, slams this big book kind of closed, thunk, on the table, and lays it down, grabs his tome underneath his arm, and turns to go basically running out of the library.
And I'll say, Rusati.
What? Oh! What? Shit, I didn't even know you guys were here. I have the coolest thing to show you. I have to show you something.
Come on over here. We're all here.
Oh, but it's so cool. It's
Come
so
on.
cool.
You can show everybody. We're all here.
Okay, fine. I walk over. What are you doing in the library? Like, where the hell have you all been?
Where the hell did you go?
I mean, I was sitting here doing important research.
All right. Never mind.
Okay.
We were trying to do research to see if we could figure out what kind of fox Yari is.
He's a demi, right?
You missed a lot. We'll
Yeah.
Okay.
I got stabbed
Okay.
in my head.
What? Are you okay? What happened?
So- Show us your cool thing first.
I mean, you want me to do it in here? I don't know if I can. do it.
Based on your other cool things, probably not.
I think we should probably go outside. I might get arrested.
We don't want that again. I can't pull that card
not
again.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if you want me to show you, we probably shouldn't do it in here. I'll probably get arrested.
Yeah,
All right,
indecency is illegal. Don't do that here.
No,
yeah,
I'm not
let's
going to
hold
get
off on that.
naked. I'm not
Oh.
getting
No,
naked.
no other mysterious packages. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
I'm so
All right.
confused.
Speaking of which, did we want to? Is there time to do any research on a mysterious package, or have we spent pretty much the whole hour?
I'd say probably at this point you're at like the 45-minute mark. You found those books relatively quick. And Sirius has turned through, I'd say probably like 50% of his book.
What mysterious package are you talking about?
The one I'm carrying in my bag.
Oh, that mysterious package.
I would say if we're gonna look for anything about that, it would be I don't even
As Yari says anything mysterious about that, from behind you all at the table where Sirius is sitting, you hear a crash and then smoke starts billowing up out of the book.
what are you
That was not me.
I'm just going to ignore it.
That was not me. For the record.
Am I okay? What?
Yeah, no, you're good. It was just a noise that came out. You flipped the page, a noise happened, and then smoke came out.
Okay. Whoa! I was scared.
All right. Well, our hour's almost
So-
up. Yari, do you mind if I talk to you alone in like a corner over here or something?
sure? Yeah, that's fine.
You guys walk off to your own little table.
Mysterious.
Okay.
Or do you want to go to like you did pass that like hallway of rooms that are kind of like partitioned, each meant to be like
just
little study.
anywhere I can talk to her real quick.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Yes.
Okay, listen. I'm sorry if I ramble, but I wanted to apologize for the other day when we were in the truth room, and I said I had a crush on you. It wasn't really fair for me to spring that on you, and I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable or anything. But I was in a truth room, and it's kind of the truth. So, for one thing, you are very beautiful. But more importantly than that, I've known you for a couple of months now. I'm a bit of a people watcher, and what I've seen is that you have had a terrible burden laid across your shoulders, and other lesser people would have tried to shirk their duty or pawn that burden off on someone else or just given up, but you haven't. And I've seen you willingly shoulder that burden with like every fiber of your being. And I think it's because you care. You care about your duty. You care about the people around you, and you care about what could happen to the world, what evils could happen if this burden, we'll call it, were to fall into other hands. You care deeply, and that's really why I have a crush on you. And I'm sorry, because my heart belongs to someone else. But the rest of me is here for you, for whatever you need. And a burden shared is a burden lightened, as they say. So you don't have to shoulder this burden alone anymore if you don't want to. And I'm rambling. So I just thought you deserved to know all of that.
Oh, okay. And thanks. No, I didn't take offense. I honestly don't. I don't. There's. It's kind of like getting a letter that you can't do anything with. I haven't interacted with anybody on that kind of social thing. And I don't know if I don't know what. To be perfectly frank, I don't know if there is a danger to anyone else getting the mysterious package. I just know what I promised, and what I promised was to take it and run and keep going. That's the the item is of less importance than the promise.
Got it.
So, I mean, it seems pretty bad considering context, but I I would do it were the stakes lesser for the person I promised it to. But this is my first step at trying to lighten the burden by even trying to figure out what it is. Before, that wasn't even important. It was just to run. But now I can't do that same thing again. So I am trying to have help.
I'll just add here that I'm pretty fast when I'm at a full gallop. If you need help running.
Well, apparently I can become very small now, so maybe that'll come in handy someday. Okay, let's go see what Rusadi's mysterious package looks like. Okay, that came out and it was supposed to be clever and was just bad instead.
Oh my.
Back to the group.
Back to the group.
So as I was saying, sometimes mysterious packages comes in all shapes and sizes, sometimes even different colors. There are various books that can, teach you these things. You just have to go and find, the right book about the right package.
You get an odd look from one of the librarians as she walks past.
Nobody asked you.
She scurries off.
Sheesh. Anyways, okay, so have we finished here? Do we got anything else to do?
We got invited to go see the Duke.
Great. On the way, I have something to show you.
Okay.
So, is that all we want to look at while we're here? I'd say you guys maybe have like 10 minutes left if you're only spending an hour here.
I'm ready to go.
I think we cut our losses and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we quit while we're behind.
What
Yeah,
is
and later we can maybe ask Rusadi to look at the glyphs on the seals.
yeah?
That'd be cool.
What's Sears doing?
Hopefully
As
not
everybody's
die.
packing up and getting ready to go.
Cirrus is recognizing that everyone is leaving. And
As you were getting ready to close up the book,
Did he just put the book in his fucking pack?
so as you're getting ready to put the book up, you turn one more page, and most of them have been very like whimsical and just really out there. This one,
I'm crying. Cirrus is crying.
This one is just a series of numbers across the 2 pages. That was the little bit that I saw was adorable before
It disappeared.
greened out.
It turned into space background.
Yeah, it turned into green screen, Jeff.
So it turns into numbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
adorable.
rats.
Yeah, so
little Gerda.
along the 2 pages, you see 16, 23, 42.
Hang on. I'm taking notes. 16, 23,
42. And there's a
42.
little- there's a little
Does anybody have a
ellipses
Bible handy?
between. Well, so as you're sitting there looking at this, that 42 changes to a 41, to a 40, to a 39, to a 38, to a 37.
I'll
I
come
do
look
like
over his shoulder.
I'm gonna.
not-
can I roll?
I'm
Can
not-
I roll an insight? I
You
mean,
definitely can.
I
I'm
know
not
what, I know
within
what
30
John
feet of him, am
McClane
I?
would say, but I don't know that there's.
Yippee-ki-yay,
I don't know that
motherfucker.
I've seen Die Hard in this universe. I got a 9.
It's definitely counting down some shit.
Yeah, but I feel like with us humans in the real world, like that has a lot of baggage in terms of every movie we've ever seen with a countdown.
Yeah.
Cirrus
Not
just
so-
sees a clock.
It's just a clock. to you, it is a clock counting down.
Has no association with danger whatsoever.
Hey,
Not
Cirrus,
that
put
you-
that back on the shelf. We gotta go.
Not that you know of.
Cirrus goes to put it back on the shelf, does some
Whipsy doodle.
whoopsie doodles,
Sleight of
and puts it
Roll.
sleight of hand. I know I wanted to
Sleight of
deception, but I it's
If
real
you're
good. I really want
specifically
this.
trying to put it back and then fake put it back, it's definitely sleight of hand.
Can I do a perception check to see if anybody is watching him?
Yeah.
Just
It was a 5.
that's a 9. That's a
Okay.
9 for perception.
I got a 18 for perception, watching him try to surreptitiously stuff this book away.
Rosati, really quickly, you kind of
Oh.
glance around. There's one librarian left in this kind of like hallway that
Librarian.
you're librarian.
Librarian.
She's blaring the fucking There's one more, and she's kind of walking away from you. She doesn't seem to be like turned around or paying attention to Cirrus at all. Tilvius, you 100% as you're watching. Cirrus goes, "Oh yeah, I'll put it back up." He walks back over and kind of like fumbles with it on the shelf a little bit before it disappears behind him.
Now here's the real moral quandary. Do any of you care?
So
Yes, I will come up and
Wait.
slap his hand.
I was going to
Oh.
make a distraction for you.
I was
I
gonna
was
do
gonna
something
run a
funny
diversion
too.
as well.
Yeah.
No, put it back.
Clearly, I have no
Yeah.
qualms.
We have
So
no
there is.
reason
This
to
is a
steal.
grand moral quandary of this episode. Is
No,
who's
we have no reason
actually
to steal a book.
Cirrus's
Put it back,
friend?
Cirrus.
I
While
feel
this
good
is
about it.
happening, can I watch a butterfly pass by?
Yeah, as you're
Only if
kind of
you look at
standing
it like
there,
this.
there are a couple windows here, and you do see a little butterfly fly by. As you're kind of looking out the window, you're struck with like, this is nice. There are gardens outside of this library. People are taking time to be there on picnics. They've got books outside. They're reading underneath some of the trees here. There's a fountain in the distance. People are like kind of sitting around the fountain, talking and reading. As you're
I
looking,
throw the book out the window.
as-
Can I?
it's a closed
Can I-
window.
DM,
What's up?
can I retroactively do a little something since I rolled this earlier tonight?
Sure.
Can I force Chris to use my 3?
You could portent a 3 onto Tilvius.
Curious.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. So, I'll
All right,
get
so
to
I
that
don't see him.
in just a second. Argyle, as you are looking out at this, like everybody's just kind of like peacefully reading, you see some people walking in, like kind of into this little garden next to the library that are all wearing like this same kind of like uniform robe. It's just like a black robe. There's no emblem emblazed on it, but they all look incredibly similar. And as they do, they kind of like mull around and are reading books or like writing on papers as they come in here. Back to Rosati. You, as you are glancing around at the librarian that's walking down, you look over at Tilvius just kind of like raising an eyebrow at Cirrus, very distinctly watching him. And as you do, you kind of just like wave your hand in a very Jedi manner as Tilvius, just for a second, as Cirrus is putting it back up, you also glance down at that librarian that's walking down the hallway. Actually, pretty. And then you look back at Cirrus. And the book.
And when
is-
when Rusati does this, like 3% of your brain neurons die.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of neurons.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't do this a lot to people. It's real bad.
It's bad. Shiro,
What's up?
you know that Yari's passive perception is redonkulous.
Yeah.
Do I notice this?
Are you looking?
But here's the thing: do you care?
Well,
I care,
actually, I would say you
I
were
care for a
probably
specific reason.
you are probably close enough to the
Yeah.
point where you don't see the book, you feel the book.
Oh, got it. That would make more sense. Okay. Yari, after noticing that, I want to do an actual perception check to see if he's been spotted by other people.
Sure.
Cacked. That was bad for me, but it's still a 14.
Okay. I will say on a 14 you were like actively looking around the library. You glance up and you catch just a shimmer towards like the top of the room, towards like the roof in a corner. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I am not good at that. I do not know what that is.
Yeah, so you just see a shimmer, and regardless of what you rolled, you're assuming it has to deal with Arcana.
Got it. Yari walks over to Saris and goes, Saris, do you really need that?
It gives me joy.
Well, I don't think anybody saw you take it but me, and I don't mind you taking it, but I did see a shimmer of something that I do not understand, and I don't know if you have been seen by some sort of magical force. What about that book brings you so much joy? Why do you think we need to take it with us?
Nobody else has looked at this book, right?
Nope.
It just
None of us saw the chicken.
Nope.
it is great. Kevin likes it too. And I think it's
Kevin-
probably for children.
Kevin
but
just gets
I
really
like it.
confused, twinkling.
What harm would it do? They have millions of books.
Saris, I don't care if you take the book, but the librarians will care if you take the book. And if it is alarmed in some way, then you're going to get caught taking the book.
And then what? Would they throw me in library prison?
I don't
Possibly.
know. If it is a crime taking the book, then yeah, maybe you'd have to pay a fine or go to jail. But if
Aren't
you
there
really,
like no guards in town right now, though?
yeah,
There are guards of the city. There are no knights of Anrla.
Oh,
That
okay.
you've seen.
Sorry to interrupt. Go on.
Then I will say that I forgot to get my library card, and I will make things right with the counter people.
or Saris, you could ask somebody who's really good at opening and closing locks if they'll help you get this book out for whatever super important reason you may have.
It is super important.
I don't deign
I
to
am not that
understand.
eloquent. I am really good at lying for some reason. I am not good at stealing.
Well, maybe ask someone.
I am not
who
lying.
is.
Are you good at stealing?
I am not good at stealing. I'm good at hiding.
Am I clocking any of this conversation?
They are whispering, just slightly away from everyone else. Just
Eh,
very
that-
heads together.
You
whispering.
can tell that Yari is using all of her resolve to not be rude.
We can shove the book twixt my ratty fur and my vomity cloak.
Excuse us, we are having Gerda,
Gerda might be able to help you. I'm just saying, whatever you did, I think we noticed.
I thought you were talking about you. Were you talking about Gerda? Come back here.
Are we gonna have like a 45-minute steal a book or not?
This is how D&D goes. Right here.
Gerda,
So beautiful.
are you good at stealing?
I mean, I've never tried it, but
That doesn't sound very convincing.
I think we're gonna be okay. I had no qualms about eating books at the last library.
You absolutely cannot eat this book.
I will
Okay, I
not.
can't
I
help
said
this
we shove it
situation.
betwixt my matted fur and my moldy
Yeah,
clothes.
Sylvius walks off towards the front door.
Have you pulled it out to show anybody yet, Cirrus?
No.
Okay.
We'll do that at our sleepover later.
It's still tucked under my tunic.
I walk out with the other two, by the way.
Are you guys exiting the library or?
I'm just going to the front door and
Yeah, I'm walking towards the front door.
May I attempt to be as sneaky as possible?
You definitely can.
Okay.
Nat 20 right now. Watch.
That would be great. I'm just checking to see if I have anything that helps me. I don't think anything I have does. Unless I want to breathe white ice and then run away.
Gerda
Which I don't
can
think-
give you guidance. I remember Gerda having guidance.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
can give guidance. It's plus. I have a +6.
Is
Should I
that
do it?
no? What does
No, no.
guidance give me?
Plus, it's
Plus
you
4.
need
A D4.
a D4.
Okay.
Plus-
Gerda, can you give me a little juice?
So what do I roll though?
You don't need to roll. You just cast guidance on him.
I
You
have
just-
guidance.
Yeah. How
And
do you
then
cast
I-
guidance? What does Gerda's guidance cast look like?
It's what?
What does it?
What does it look like when you
tell me.
cast guidance?
I just did it. I
Oh, you
just
just
said,
go like this.
And a cloud of Yersinia pestis climbs up my face.
no, it's like it's charming though.
Beautiful.
Like
And I
like a good
scream.
wit.
It's charming Cineopestis.
As you
Demure
as you
even.
scream, the librarian that was walking down turns around.
It's a 15,
Okay.
which is pretty
Um,
good for my stealth of +0.
I
Yeah,
felt great
you-
about it.
You think that as you kind of put the book away and kind of like shuffle your clothes around, you think it's hidden. You feel pretty confident. So yeah, you guys walk back through the library. Eventually, you get back towards the front desk where everybody is kind of like, or the front desks where everybody is kind of sitting around. That same elderly geriatric gentleman is. Did you find everything?
We found some stuff. Thank you.
Nice
It's all-
library.
it's
The next
very
time I
like
go to a
that.
store and they're like, "Did you find everything?" I'm gonna go, just like Chris did.
I've actually done that.
He's just continually staring at you as you went. Eh.
If we had more
at a
time,
s-
I'm sure we could have found more. But we
at
have
a
to go.
certain point, are you guys going to leave?
I
Already
want
doing it, baby.
Yeah, before we leave, I'm gonna see if I can see that sparkle again.
What sparkle?
That shimmer.
But
Shimmer.
isn't he
Oh,
like?
yeah,
it
go ahead.
tucks beneath his arm? Aren't we trying to like be stealthy?
16.
He's hiding it
Unrelated.
in his
It's
clothes
related.
right now.
That's 24.
Oh yeah, as you're kind of looking around for this perception, and especially like as you're walking out of the library, you notice it in many different spots. There's one in the corner. There's one inside the bookshelf. Here at the front, there's one directly above the doors.
I say, hey, Rusati, Argyle, what are those? What are those?
Arcana.
Roll in the Arcana. I guidance
Or-
myself.
Oh God, my Arcana's attacking up. My
My
Arcana.
ocarina.
My Macarena.
My Macarena.
18.
Zelda and the Macarena of Time.
I got 17. Yeah, 17.
Okay, so you both know that it is some type of divination magic. You assume some type of scrying magic that is in place here. I'll say on an 18, I'll set the DC at 18. Ruzadi, you've, especially recently as you've been reading about spells, you've heard notice of something called Arcane Eye. This has all the hallmarks of that.
I just lean over to Cirrus. I'm like, hey, as much as I would love for you to take that out of here, I'm relatively certain the moment you walk out this door, they're gonna know you took it.
Took what?
What are they?
Any
what is it?
suggestions?
You could pay for it.
Put it.
Don't
If you
take
took
it.
something, put it back.
You can ask to buy it.
Yeah, talk to the front desk.
We could just get out of here, and if the alarm goes, we just like drop the cargo and hit.
Everybody is talking too loud. It's a library.
Yeah, the geriatric gentleman is still just staring at you all.
I go up to the counter. I would like a library card.
Okay. As he climbs down his little stool.
Do you need some sort of advanced collateral?
Well, it's about 10 silver a month.
Oh no.
A month.
A month.
Okay.
As he comes back up with some paperwork.
I give him my platinum.
He just kind of looks at you and then down at the platinum and then looks back at you. Wait, we don't have change. We can't.
No. This is good. What happens if I do not return the book within my allotted time of library card ownership?
Why would you not?
I'm just. What if I get stuck in a box?
Please return to book.
No, but what happened? Do you send the library?
You would receive a fine.
I would receive a fine. Acceptable. I would like, and I pull it out from underneath my tunic. I would like to take this book with me.
Okay. So is anybody looking at this interaction?
Oh yeah, I was.
So
Vividly.
he very happily, you sign down your name on the paper. He takes the platinum piece from you, still kind of like looking at it and trying to figure out if this is a scam or not. And he can't seem to detect any falsehoods in what you're doing or what you're writing down. And he'll kind of like walk down. He'll write something and with like this like fancy purple and blue quill on a little card and hand it to you. It has your name on like a library card, and it says the Grand Library of Saris on it. It just kind of has like embroidery around the sides. Hands it back to you.
I'm going to lean over to Cirrus's ear and say, "Did you just sign another contract without reading it?"
That wasn't a contract, was it?
It kind of was.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm walking out of the door.
so it is worth
So mad. Grabs the book and is so mad.
It is worth noting as Cirrus pulls out the book and lays it on the table. Those of you that are paying attention can read the title of the book, and it is The Seventh Layer of Hell. Talks about demons and devils. That is the title of the book.
Devils in me.
All right. Interesting.
Cirrus,
choice,
you didn't
yeah.
see that shit at all. That was not on that fucking book. That shit was blank. The other people saw. Talks about demons and devils.
What do I see it now?
Nope.
It still looks like
Uh-huh.
the pop-up book. Okay.
Yep.
So I don't care.
Just a note for everybody else that Cirrus seems, because nobody else paid attention to what was in the book, so they just see that he is checking out a book on demons and devils.
You know my backstory is all Feywild shit, right? You're trying to wrap way too many themes into my character.
Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna get real confused.
it. Don't you worry about a thing.
Already
All right.
are.
Let's go, Duke.
Okay.
I'm for it. I'm for going.
Yeah. So you guys leave.
So what is that? That's like 10 months. 1 platinum in silver is what?
God,
10,
that's
1,000
it's
so
10
silver?
silver
much,
per
dude.
gold.
Because it's
That's 100 silver.
No, it's more than 100 silver, right?
No, because it would be.
Is it 10 silver for 1 gold? Is that what we're
And then
doing?
10 gold for 1 platinum.
Oh my god. It's like a.
It's a lot of months. So it's like 20 months, isn't it?
I think it's 10 months.
Yeah, it's 10 months.
So I basically got.
Almost
a
a
I
year.
year.
was, I was hedging my bets. I was like, well, if they send golems after me, I've got 10
I mean,
months.
given what you know, maybe this place isn't here in 10 months. You know?
You know,
Yeah, and like, did
I
you say
don't.
his real name?
Yeah, he did sign his real fucking name.
I mean, you didn't tell me. I mean, yes, I will agree. I will yes and you, but you did not actually give me the option.
That's true. That is a good point. Did you want to sign a different name? We can.
No, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
We'll say I didn't realize it was a contract, and now that I've realized, I am upset.
Yeah, because all he said was sign here. That's it. He didn't talk about what you were signing or
I was
anything.
too excited about the book.
Yeah, the assumption was that like you were just signing up for a library card, so why wouldn't you?
All right.
You guys leave the library and are kind of like walking through the streets of Saris. You're headed towards like that like fancier noble district that I don't think anybody has really been to much besides going to like Count Badir's place that was kind of on the outskirts of that. As you're heading through Saris, you're noticing people kind of get into the groove of the day. The stalls on the side of the street are like really trying to hawk their goods at you. People are getting ready for lunch. They're out eating at like bakeries and stuff. People seem genuinely to be having a rather nice life here in the city. There are like pastry stalls and like different meats and like finger foods people are walking through the streets with. Some people are out shopping, carrying like these like large paper bags of that have items in them. As you get towards the like royal district, you're crossing kind of like bridges that head up into like the higher parts of the bridge here. The houses get fancier, the clothing gets fancier. People are kind of like with their head up and their nose down, walking around, but there's still this air of like contentment through the city. Like this is a place that people have lived and they're content with how things are going, and it's well. You look out, you see the ships coming in and going out, carrying goods or people from Saris. It is a constant stream of ships here as you look down at the docks. In the distance, you still see a little hut that appears to be like smoldering down to the ground, just burnt.
Gerda.
Yeah, and eventually
Good
you
end Kevin's
guys,
adventure.
you guys are heading through and you see this pristine white palace in the distance. There you come to like large iron wrought gates over this like massive wall that spans. Inside you see the hints of a garden. There are fountains laid across. There are hedges that are trimmed to look like dragons or beholders or different creatures from D&D lore. Lots of tentacles, lots of scales going on in this garden. And behind it, there's this like very similarly Gothic inspired as the library, but clad in white. This giant palace with murals depicted into the glass here. You see murals of someone holding a child. You see murals of somebody at a waterfall. You see murals of someone holding some small stone in the glass. As you come to the gate, there are two of those same guards that you've seen across the city, clad in that same like leather jerkin, but these have these like shoulder or sitting on their shoulders are like these little robes that go around them that are that like same white of the palace here.
Now, the captain of the guard gave me the letter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'll come up to the guard and say, I'll pull out the letter and say, I'm Tilvius, and this is my crew. We are expected. And hand the letter.
He kind of takes it, opens it up, takes a minute to read it, looks back at all of you, looks at the letter. And does your team have a name?
That's a good question.
Something to announce you all by?
What do you think?
I don't think we've ever discussed.
No, we've never talked about that.
I don't.
So-
I've always worked alone. I've never had a team with the guild before.
I just got here.
Individual names, then.
Oh,
Tilvius, Risati, Yari, Argyle, Gerda, Cirrus.
He kind of folds up the paper, looks at his partner, and moves his hand towards the gate. And as his hand passes to the gate, the left ironwork gate kind of like creaks open. It kind of sounds like metal dragging on stone as it opens. There's kind of like a stone path before you through the garden. If you'd follow me.
Snap.
Adorable.
Ah. No.
It brings me joy.
Oh my god, that is fucking amazing.
It's so good. It's so good.
So
Yeah, you guys are led through the garden. There aren't very many people out and about. You do catch someone like tending to the flowers here. Somebody trimming up the hedges as you go through. As you are taken across this like stone pathway up until that massive Gothic cathedral-looking palace. As you get there, there's a short talk between this guard and some more guards that are lined here. As he hands them the letter, he kind of like touches his chest like this and walks back towards the front gate. This new guard, once again, holds his hand out in front of these like large white doors before you. They open and you walk in. You're met with like pristine velvet rugs that line the floor. There's some scones on the wall that have a fire lit in them. The furniture here appears to be like that same velvet, like iconic, very pristine, very bougie furniture that lines the walls here. You see hallways that lead out into never-ending rooms. You see stairs that head up. There's like a grand staircase that leads up onto a second floor here in like this main reception hall. But you are just led straight across this carpet towards what appears to be some type of audience chamber. There are two thrones that sit in here. The thrones strike you as odd. You were under the impression that Saris didn't have a king. But inside this grand reception room are two thrones, and on either side are like piers of wooden benches standing in front of like rails. Nobody's in here. As you get there, this new guard looks at you and goes, "Well, your audience will start soon. Please wait here." And he turns to leave.
Wow. This seems opulent. Yeah.
I didn't realize we were going to be amongst royalty. I might have straightened up a little bit more.
Well, I mean, this is the
Not
this
too
is
late for
the
us to
Duke.
digitate.
I mean, you're not wrong.
This is the Duke. I mean, like Saris has no king, so what's the? I mean, I've been to Saris many times.
I don't know.
It's a council that runs things, right?
Correct.
Is the Duke kind of like a monarchic holdover?
The thing about the Duke is there are many councils that run different parts of Saris, right? So there's like a council of agriculture, there's a council of commerce, there's a council of trade,
Is there an overarching council?
policy and council of military, right? The thing about the Duke is he sits on every single council. So while a count may sit on one or maybe two, the the Duke has a seat on every single council.
Tell us more about the Duke's seat.
It's
It's
not
a mysterious package.
Is it a mysterious package?
It's not a mysterious package. It appears to just be like some type of white stone. This place is has a motif of like white and velvet going on. So it appears to just be like a white stone. It's got velvet arm crests, like crests on the arms. It's got little like dangling pieces of fabric that come off of it. But it's not shaped any way that is specific. It just looks like a large chair.
Okay, I was just making a joke about his butt, but that's very cool.
Awesome.
May I do an investigation check for any of those like spying, fucking
Go for it.
arcane doodads? 25.
So as you're doing investigation through here, and make me Arcana as well.
That was Arcana 25.
Oh,
I'm
that was
sorry.
Arcana. Okay. So as you're making an Arcana check through here, you're kind of looking for those same telltale signs that there is scrying magic in place or like some type of divination in here. You see none. What you do catch is lining the doors that you entered through here is some type of alarm. There's a line of magic, and it is commonplace enough that you understand the spell as alarm.
Okay. Good to know. I don't say anything.
The minutes tick by.
Music while we wait. I'll pop out my violin.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
How about
Uh,
19 for performance?
anyone like some
19.
tea while we wait?
Not going to turn that down either.
You guys are just setting up your own shit.
Making
Like,
making ourselves at home.
they didn't give us anything. We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I pass out tea to everyone.
Yeah, so I would say probably like 5 or 6 minutes goes by as you guys hit the stride of being like, play my own fucking music, make my own fucking tea. Fuck these guys. And eventually there are like small doors on the far end near where the two chairs are, or the two thrones are. And out walks, one of them opens and out walks this person wearing these like large velvet robes that kind of cover up his form. He stands maybe a little over 6 feet tall, has no like crown on his head, has a little circlet that lines his brow here. Very angled features, handsome in his own right, appears to be in his like mid 50s, maybe early 50s if you had to guess. Just a very normal individual. He's got raven black hair, kind of like a widow's peak going on above his little circlet that's tied back.
I'll finish my
Humor?
song real quick.
He walks over, sits on one of the chairs, crosses his leg over the other, and stares at you. And who do I have the pleasure of talking to today?
He is human.
He is human, yes.
I don't trust him.
This is I'm Tilvius, and this is Rusadi, Yari, Argyle, Gerta, and Cirrus. We're from the guild.
The matter with Count Vizier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saris and the council would like to thank you for your service and the guild's service. There will be some type of announcement regarding how much help you've provided. Is there anything the city can do for you?
Oh gosh. Anybody?
Do we have any pressing matters that we would like?
I mean, Not, sir, not to be rude, but can we have? Would it be considered rude if we had a quick huddle to ourselves?
You may have an aside.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yari, like turns so we're not like right in his face because we know information that he may not know,
Yes.
right? So Yari goes, and there's a lot of armorers here. For those inclined, there's a lot of like there's a lot of magical tools and magic shops here. If anyone feels like they need anything, like in the coming events, then maybe we could get some kind of line of credit. I don't personally have anything I need from the Duke, but if you feel like that might be something. But other than that, like I'm not sure.
Can I?
I don't.
No, you go ahead, Risad.
Hi.
It is worth noting as you guys are having your little aside. Initially, the Duke walked out alone. There were the only other people in this room were two guards at the door that you guys entered from. As you're kind of having your little aside, the other door on the side opens and someone walks out, holding like a bunch of scrolls in their arms. As they walk over to the chair and start talking to the Duke. You notice that both of the side doors open and a couple more guards sprinkle in. All in total, there's maybe like 6 or 7 guards in the room, just kind of like standing at the doors at attention while this other person talks to the Duke as you're having your side. Just a heads up.
If we're gonna garner favor or something like that, I could certainly. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I could certainly use something like, I don't know, like a ring of protection or something to that effect. I can get the shit kicked out
Yari's
real
eyes
easy.
widen. She's like, I don't know if that's a lot.
I mean, I'm not.
That's thousands of gold.
I mean, we know a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. He is a duke,
We
but
could go for
wow.
potions or anything. I'm just saying.
I mean, like even like if it's a small line, you know what? Sky's the limit, right? Might as well ask.
Un momento. Maybe we can ask for some way to go, meet up with the guild leaders to show them what we have. Like your package.
I don't know if we want to show the guild leaders that kind of thing. I don't think they'd be interested in it, Argyle.
I think it's worth noting that as far as you are aware, there are probably more than 100 local guildmasters inside the continent, right? Just on this continent. That's not to include however many proven, which you have no idea of. So that meeting is probably huge. Just a heads up.
Let's see where they chat.
Now,
Carry
that
on.
being said, you definitely could bring it to the guild's attention, like the higher ups in the guild. But just a heads up that like there are a lot of guildmasters.
Like the tippy top.
Risadi,
I mean-
I like Yari's idea. Let's see if we can get a line of credit at a magic shop.
Be my guest.
I mean, maybe we'll get enough line of credit to get something that big, but I mean, like, I've in another life, shall we say, I attempted to purchase magical items and instead just went with a standard lead box instead of, let's say, a kind of I don't know what they called it, a no detector or something like that.
We've been huddling for a long time. I'm going to
Yes,
turn around
I'm
to
so
the Duke. Sir, we have many magic users in our troop, and we were wondering if it would be possible to get a line of credit at your city's magic shops.
As he's kind of talking to this other individual that's next to him holding scrolls, he kind of holds up his hand to them and turns back to you. A line of credit. That's something we could work out. Yes.
That would be most generous.
So, what all can you tell me about your time at Count Vidir's manor?
Oh gosh. Shall I? um, we discovered that he had a teleportation sigil in his manor that led to some sort of dungeon-like place where he had forced a wizard named Byril to make chimeric monstrosities for him.
He just motions for you to continue.
We rescued Byril and alerted the town's guards to what we had discovered.
Before, can I do an insight check to see if he is surprised, like if this is information to him or not?
Yeah.
I hid my dice under a lid and then didn't know where they were. That was funny. That is a natural 1, my friends.
It's hard to read.
What you're doing is you're kind of looking at this person. You're looking for insight into what it is they're thinking, or if they have some reaction. And his face is just the same slate. You get the feeling that as you're looking, regardless, it would have been difficult for this person to break composure. This is a face that he wears constantly, day in, day out. And how did you know to investigate this manner?
Yari and Argyle here were on a guild mission that had been booked by the Count Vidir. And it was a transport mission, and it turned out what was being transported were chimeric monstrosities that broke out and killed quite a few people. And that was our first clue. We did some investigation to see if we could figure out who might have the ability to create chimeric monstrosities, and we figured out that the wizard Byril might have the knowledge and expertise. We tried to find him. He was missing. We talked to the guild's master, Chrome, and he suggested we investigate. He actually didn't suggest. He actually assigned us to investigate the Count directly.
There was also another guild job posted by the home of Count
Vidir.
I just lost his name. Vidir. to inspect a haunting that ended up not being a haunting at all, but actually one of these chimeric creatures escaped and was in the abode, and we dispatched that creature.
Do we still have that in our bag?
I don't have it.
Argyle's nodding.
And the mage Byril?
Yes.
Where is he now?
He is in the custody of the guild.
He motions towards the individual next to him and says something under his breath, and that individual bows and leaves the room. Well, I would like to personally thank you. Did you find anything else while you were out investigating this?
Sorry, DM, it's been a while. Oh, we found some strange paintings in the Count's house as well by accident.
Do you inform the Duke of this?
No, I'm just trying to remember myself.
Yeah, so the only things you found, you went to Byril's house, and you found the hidden laboratory down there. So there was whatever was in the tube there that you saw.
Oh, we found a letter from the Duke. That's right.
You did find a letter from the Duke. Inside of the mansion, you know there was like a huge fucking chimeric beast down there somewhere in the caves. You know there was like a bunch of small things. you know there was like experimentation being done, and I think that's most of what you've found.
Yeah, the paintings don't seem important. I won't
No,
mention them.
Yari wasn't there on either of those excursions, so I don't really know about the letter written by the Duke.
I thought
Written
you were
to
there for
the
that
Duke?
one.
What? No, I
It was
wasn't
written.
down.
It was written by the Duke to by Earl.
The Duke that we're talking to now?
Yes,
Oh,
it was about. I don't even remember what it was about. Something about transferring
It's about a heart
essences.
transplant. Yeah,
Heart transplant. Yeah.
okay.
the
Well,
practicality of a heart transplant.
good thing I wasted my insight check before, and now it makes no sense for me to do it.
Yeah, I'll insight check him.
I could
Yeah, go for it.
I could roll an insight. Would that help?
Yeah, go
Well,
for it.
it's just weird. Like as a player, it's
I'm
weird to
hoping.
me that he's like, and this spiral. Who is this spiral? Did you
Yeah.
find anything else? Oh,
Yeah, well, he clearly is a fucking rat.
No,
oh,
Gerda,
that would be-
you're a
literal
rat. Gerda,
That would
you're
be
a rat. And
21
you're a
Ain't
rat.
that fucking ironic?
The
We
deal
can
what
smell
now?
our own. Oh,
I'd
well,
like to insight also.
I didn't do great, folks. We got an 11.
I got 21.
I'm not gonna do better than 21.
Well, all right, Sylvius. Thanks, bud.
So
I have
you're kind of
expertise in it.
as you're kind of looking at it, Argyle and Gerda, you are predisposed to not liking authoritarian figures. You're like, this is some bullshit. I don't trust this guy because he is in a place of power and seems sketch.
It
Right?
smells like shit too.
Gerda, you
Actually-
might be, you might be projecting a little bit here. Argyle, as you're looking, there's just a note of like this very stoic, like stone-faced, regal demeanor. You don't get anything from this. This appears to be like he's talking to about anything. He could be talking about the weather right now. There's nothing here. Tilvius, what you catch is not a look or a glance or a change in his face. It remains stone-faced. What you catch is that he just asked you about Byral and sounded like he had no idea who this was. Or is making it sound like he has no idea who this was, which you find odd considering you found that letter.
Yes. So he obviously doesn't want us to know that he knows Byral, so I will not mention the letter. I will mention that we actually did see a gargantuan monstrosity in the dungeon pits with our own eyes, and it was horrifying.
And this beast, did you interact with it?
No, we stayed away.
I see. And is there anything else? Is Chrome still within the city limits to discuss this with?
He left the evening after he gave us the assignment. I don't know if he's returned. I don't believe so.
I see.
Yeah, I think he was going to a big meeting of guildmasters or something.
I will say that with your previous insight check, there was like a tenseness, and it flows out of his shoulders.
Okay, good. He didn't want us to know about it.
Well, no, as you say, you don't think Chrome is in the city. That's when the tenseness fades from his shoulders.
He's not going to get found out
Yeah.
yet. Huh.
Mm.
And is there anything else that I can do? Or
I don't-
are you feeling?
I don't believe so, sir. I know you're a very busy man. We don't want to take up any more of your time. If there's nothing more that we can do for you, we'd be happy to take our leave.
We've extended food for you all to partake in. If you would follow this distinguished gentleman here, as he gestures towards one of the guards at the door.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check this ship for poison or whatever. I don't trust him.
I mean, you're not at the food yet.
Oh my god, I rolled even
That's
better.
fine. I
this
still
I'm gonna
want to
wait-
see if
I'm
I
gonna
can
wait
catch
until we're at the food.
any kind of bullshit in his demeanor with that.
Since I rolled a 1 before, I'm gonna pretend that I still can't
You
do that at all.
think you think the Count's a pretty okay guy? He seems
I'm
kind of like
this
a
seems on the
politician
up
to
and
you,
up. This
but-
is weird, but it seems like it's
night-
on the up and up.
19 total for insight.
I get a +6 and I rolled a 19, so
my
I got
God.
25.
So what you both get is that this does seem genuine. Like he's offering you a thanks and food. Tilvius, there is some undercurrent here as he gestures towards the guard, but you can't catch exactly what it is. But there's slightly more to that exchange than take them to food.
Right.
But you don't catch like malicious intent or anything like that. There's just some undercurrent there.
So, like, are we at the food now, or
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're continuing to follow. I was waiting to see if anybody decided against
we
it.
are, aren't we?
As I turn away from him, I would like to mutter something under my breath and cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Let me pull out my ear horn.
So Detect Thoughts is a saving throw beyond surface level, right?
Let me just pull it up here. Hold on.
And make me a stealth check. I'd say stealth or sleight of hand, depending
That's
on
fine.
what
We-
exactly you're trying to hide.
Let's see. Detect Thoughts is if the creature has an intelligence of 3 or lower. I get surface thoughts. What is most on the mind at the moment?
Yeah, surface thoughts are free. You don't have to.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
saving
yeah,
throw for that.
Mhm.
The creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check if succeeded the spell ends. Where is the other part of that?
Oop, can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm reading. I'm not next to my mic. Give me a second. It's a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC, which is a 14.
Okay. I'll give you the surface level thoughts as you go first, and make that stealth check.
All right. Let's see. That's not going to be that great. I can almost guarantee it. Let's see what we get. Holy fuck, it's not that bad. That's an 18.
Okay, yeah. As you are all turning away, and there's like that shuffle of feet, you manage to mutter the spell into your breath, and you kind of like,
Loudly clomping hooves on the stone.
yeah, the loudly clomping hooves help a lot. As you kind of like reach up to adjust something, that's where you do your hand motions for the spell as you mutter it under your breath, and you don't think anybody catches it. Now you are given surface level thoughts. The guard in front of you that's getting ready to go, you catch something about the secondary reception hall, right? That's where you're going, secondary reception hall, not the first reception hall. That's pretty much what he's thinking about right now. The other guy next to him is really thinking about lunch. He hasn't eaten yet, and there are images of like little sandwiches and like hors d'oeuvres and like different foods that are flashing. From the opposite side of the room by the Duke, there is less words and thoughts that portray, and instead you are blasted as a surface level with just the image of a black circle.
Any context? Would I
You
have
no
any
idea.
context? Of the...
No fucking clue what is being what you are seeing in your head. You just see like the image of what appears to be a black circle. As you're looking closer, there's no distinct background. Like it is just this odd black circle.
Somehow protected himself. Not surprising.
You also catch your allies' surface level thoughts, if that's a thing. Is there anyone that you would like to delve deeper into?
I pay no mind into getting into my compatriots' thoughts. That is reaching beyond my necessity.
Good.
I will not press further in hopes to not be caught doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so that is what you get.
Okay.
The guard turns, puts his hand towards the door opens, and goes to move. He leads you all through many hallways. It takes you a solid 5-10 minutes to walk through this palace to get to where you're going. As he kind of just leads you deeper and deeper and deeper into the palace. And eventually he kind of opens a door for you and leads you in. You are at kind of the end of a hallway here. You've walked through the vast majority of the palace. It would require you to really think about where you were going to backtrack from this point. As you head in, it is kind of like this on the smaller side of a room. There's a long table set up in the middle with some chairs. There's one window on the other end that leads out into the opposite side of the palace gardens. It has the same type of structure with the hedges that have kind of monstrosities cut into them, and some fountains here, flowers there. You don't see anyone through it, but there's a long table set up with chairs, and it's this dark wood, walnut type of wood, and on it sits food. There is a chicken, a large roasted chicken. There is strips of meat. There is a large bowl of fruit. Many different types of foods that you've seen inside of Saris sit here. And there are 7 chairs around the table.
Oh, I'm not going to be using one.
There are also many pitchers of different liquids that are all in kind of silver jugs. So you can't see what's inside without going to look over into them.
7 chairs?
There
What
are
level?
7 chairs. You're still on the first floor.
I want to roll a perception check on the food and drink.
Sure.
How many exits are there?
Just the one.
And a window.
And a window.
Well, it didn't turn out great.
As you do, as this guy opens up the door and lets you in, enjoy. As he shuts the door.
I'm
So he
going to
is not
immediately.
inside with you.
I'm going to immediately try that door handle.
Yeah, it turns.
Okay.
This is just really odd. Do I feel like we're in trouble?
Should we just pocket the
we-
food and skip out the window?
Without another
Not
roll,
Not
your
necessarily.
current insight into the situation tells you that you are not in trouble.
Yeah. This is just really weird, and there's only one exit. This should be making Yari just super uncomfortable, so I'm going to try and
Hold
do
on.
another insight.
If you are uncomfortable about the room, that is entirely fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out my little mimic and untie him and
It chomps as you're untying it. Is trying to chomp back at you.
yeah, I know how he works now. I'm going to drop chicken at him.
He chomps at the chicken, and the chicken disappears, bone and all.
Yari goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, we found him.
He's our
Don't worry,
friend.
I'll tell you later.
He's slightly distracted from attempting to nibble at you as he chomps down on the chicken and is chewing and.
All right, I'll tie him back up.
Yeah, maybe a sleight of hand check.
Look at that.
Probably with
Jeez,
advantage.
I'm rolling
'cause
like
he's eating chicken.
gangbusters today. Sleight of hand would be 23.
Yeah, so you 100%, as it's distracted eating chicken, you manage to like tie the rope back around it, and it's like straining against the rope and seems, if a mimic can be upset, more so than it normally trying to eat you, it conveys that.
I'll pet it a little bit. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure you didn't starve.
It's trying
Hey,
its best to
so
eat you.
so Shiro, due to being confined and only having one exit, um, I rolled a 19 for insight and a natural 20 on my perception for a 26.
Okay. As you guys get into this room with food, and I imagine you're all like taking seats and checking out like the different liquids. There's like brandies and water and like wines here. Um, your 19 perception, you're definitely uncomfortable with
No,
a
that's the
long,
insight. 19
yeah,
insight.
insight. You're definitely uncomfortable with the long walk through the palace. And you're not 100% sure if you could get back to where you were from this room. That is disconcerting. There's probably no reason in a place this big that you had to be walked this far. So you were very annoyed at that. With your perception of 20, as you're kind of looking around the room, it feels like you don't feel the guard outside the door anymore. That person is gone. As you were kind of like casing the room, you don't feel anything within your area, but that person is no longer there.
It's a trap.
I'm really uncomfortable, everybody. I don't know my way back to the outside. There's only one door, and there's nobody on the other side of this door right now.
I'll open the door and look.
As you do, you see an empty hallway.
That's odd. Why would they leave us unguarded?
In the Duke's place.
I think we should just dip.
Maybe he was busy. Maybe
Dip
he had something to take
Yeah.
care of.
Dip where? I don't.
I mean,
Sadie, were you paying attention? You're pretty smart.
You are muted, my friend.
Fucking muted. I love it. I was gonna say that he was like mentally mapping his way down here on the way down.
Make an intelligence check.
Sure.
I will be nice and not give you disadvantage.
That's fair. Intelligence, you say? That is a dirty 20.
So on a dirty 20, I will say like this is a pretty complex and convoluted floor plan, but you have a feeling that your mental mapping, you could probably get back to where you were. Now that being said, there could be like wrong turns here and there, and you probably won't get there as fast as the guy that works here every day. But you have a feeling you could probably make it out.
I convey that to my compatriots.
All right.
Yari, if you are feeling uncomfortable, we certainly don't have to stay here.
Well, it's just very strange. Also, we asked for a line of credit, and there's nobody to give us anything.
That's very fair.
I
don't like
stuffed the
this.
mimic back in its pouch. Let's get.
I mean, we can always come back later, or we could give this some time. There's 7 seats here, but nobody is here. Nobody came with us.
There's only 6 of us, and I don't use a chair.
How high up is the window?
About maybe 5 feet off the ground.
Can I get up there?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look out the window.
Yeah, as you're looking out the window, you see that same like garden with the bushes and the hedges and the flowers and the fountains.
Does the window?
There's the iron rod gate on the other side that leads
Yeah.
off. You see that like large waterfall in the distance that leads down into the port of Saris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the window open, or is it just a
No,
glass
it doesn't.
pane?
It does. It looks like just a glass pane.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gerda obviously is like, look at Gerda. She's looking at every piece of food. She's also pretty nervous.
The
Yeah,
mimic
I don't
didn't
trust
die
this
when I fed
guy.
it the chicken, so
But can you even poison a mimic?
I don't know. Let's go.
I'm
Can't
already
poison
standing in the
me.
hallway.
Yes, let us be off.
We'll follow you, Rasati. We should really think of a
Out.
name for our group.
Out we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so you head down this initial hallway, and there's a left turn at the end of it that heads into the next hallway. And as you're getting towards it, you do hear the sound of like metal boots on tile as you're
Okay.
about to round this corner. And as you do, that same guard that walked you to the room comes around the corner and looks at you. Was there something you needed?
No, we're
we-
just
we
kind of
just-
done.
Yeah,
Wow.
we have some things to attend to, so we were gonna see if you might escort us out.
Of course. As he turns to escort you out. Rosati, as he's leading you out, you are following this like mental map of yours. And you can tell me how much confidence you have in it. You would take a right turn as he gets to an intersection here, and he goes to turn left.
Oh, I for sure know that this is not right.
So that's up to you. He has turned left and is walking that way to lead you all.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I hate to be that guy, but we came from that way, that way right there, not this way.
And you're leaving. Yes, not going back to the throne room.
But yeah, but that's the only way I know that's safe to get out of here. So
Right. This is the way to the exit, unless you'd like to go back to the throne room.
insight check.
Insight check. Oh damn! I am on fire tonight. 25.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Inside is going to be a 15 for me.
Rosati, what was the number on the dice?
13.
Tilvius, what was the number on the dice?
19.
What's up,
26.
Meredith?
Oh,
What
20
was the
on
nu-
the dice, but I had a 6 modifier, so I had 26.
Okay.
Damn.
Sheesh, Gerda.
Rosati and Tilvius.
My only good roll.
There is this like level of concern in his voice, like it shakes just a little bit as he's talking, but you can kind of chalk that up to just this is a stressful job, right? He normally doesn't have to deal with adventures coming in. And you don't think it's anything like terribly odd to say that he is taking you the more direct route to leave, right? He doesn't seem like a malicious individual. You don't catch anything. Gerda, on a nat 20, this is bullshit.
Well, okay, I'm letting the rest of the team know, and I say maybe we just knock him unconscious as gently as possible, and then just extricate ourselves the way that we think is best.
I'm going to ask, are you like stage whispering just out of curiosity?
Or does Gerda just say, "Hey, this is bullshit. We're gonna knock this guy out."
In hindsight, I would say it's a whisper, but I would say Gerda would probably lack any semblance of
I
how
love
far her
this.
voice travels and would just say it. And at that point, the guard looks at us, we look at them, and we just
I
pop
just
him.
kind of nod at
We
Yari.
just pop him real quick.
You actually pop him?
I'm gonna pop him, I think.
Okay,
What?
how
What?
are you
Fuck
going about
yes,
this?
I'm here for this.
With,
I
the,
love-
with that thing that the Klingons do on your shoulder, and it's a pressure point. And you know, she's
Vulcan.
The
she's
Vulcan
well,
death grip.
she's well versed in the more holistic things, so she definitely knows a pressure point.
Make
It's
a
like a
medicine
gentle sleep. He won't even wake up with a bruise, just with like a slight headache.
I have advantage on medicine checks.
You get a migraine.
It's like the most gentle sleep we could put him into. I didn't even pop him. I caressed his shoulder in a way that caused him
Okay.
to slip into
All
unconscious.
right.
Oh boy.
You gave them the
Uh,
hay, like hey.
Yeah, make me.
I had
make
the
me a-
best intentions at heart.
Make
I
me a
love this.
medicine check, and I'm going to say your attempt to knock somebody unconscious with a medicine check is going to be at a DC 22.
Ooh, can I provide the help action?
What?
You can.
What? I
I
only
am proficient in medicine.
I only have a I only have a 20. I did not understand.
So,
So roll your d20 and add your medicine modifier to it.
But you do have advantage, so you can roll twice and get the high.
Yeah.
Use the higher
Oh,
one.
okay. Well, I'm gonna roll twice because I got a 9 this time. Come on, buddy. 14, and my modifier for medicine is 6, so I have a 20.
Okay, so 20 will not beat the 22 DC. You go to kind of like reach this pressure point that you know of to knock somebody unconscious, and when you've done this before, and a lot of the times that you've been practicing your methods, it's against individuals that are not combat trained and ready to fight, right? This individual immediately, as you go to touch him, strikes a pose and pulls his shoulder away from you as you just missed the spot, as he kind of like starts stepping back and drawing his sword. And
I'll put up
pulling
my
the
hand
shoulder
and
off.
say, "We'll just see ourselves
Trying to
out."
dance, buddy.
As you do this and say you will see yourself out as you just try to assault a guard because he doesn't know, right? He will scream for guards and we will
No,
enter
I
initiative.
will fucking choke him. bare
We're
hands.
still gonna enter initiative. You can do whatever you would like. That was your surprise round, was attempting to knock him unconscious.
Fuck.
Well, I didn't trust him, and maybe we should just
No,
ask ourselves
that is
out.
entirely fair.
I love everything that happened.
I want to know if she announced that, because then I would have helped.
I mean, she said this is bullshit and then just reached for the dude.
Okay.
Should Sylvius put a hoof over this guy's mouth?
It's too late.
He's standing there with a sword
Yeah.
drawn. He's
Yeah,
and screaming for
you-
guards.
You tried your action and he responded, and now we are
Yeah.
going to initiative. So,
Sorry.
let's do 25 to 20.
28.
Dirty 20.
Christ.
What is it?
Initiative.
Oh, initiative.
I got knocked initiative, dude. You know this.
Yeah, apparently, fucking Christ. Holy shit.
We have the
Okay,
same
okay.
bonus.
Do we really? +8?
Yeah. Oh no, I have +9.
Oh, maybe it is +8.
I think you have +9.
I think it is.
I have a 20 in total.
Okay, what's your dex modifier and what is Argyle's dex modifier?
Mine's 3.
Mine is 3.
Who the fuck do you want
Rollies.
to go first? One of you?
For what?
You
Greta
tell
can go
me.
first.
I'll
Okay.
go first. For
We'll
what?
put Gerda first.
Who's going to go first in the combat?
Yeah, so it'd
Well,
be
Second after you.
Yari,
Uh,
then you, then me.
20 to 15?
Eat his throat. 17 for Rosati.
So we're fighting this guard now?
He's
We're
gonna.
doing
He,
something.
you
He
just
called for
assaulted
more
him,
guards.
and he drew his sword at us and screamed for help.
It was a caress, if anything.
Can't hear you, Josh.
We can't hear you, Yosh.
Can't hear you at all.
Yosh.
He's just miming. It's fine.
Yosh.
Ah. he's just-
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I've done the old person thing.
Welcome.
Damn it!
15 to 10.
I said we could incapacitate them. We could bewitch them. There's lots of options that don't involve killing them.
You could also run. Like anything.
Or we
is
could
available
run.
to you.
But we are in combat.
Yeah.
I could do
What'd you roll for initiative, Josh?
I'm at 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. So till-
I could do darkness, and we could just leave this guy bamboozled while Rosati leads us the correct way out, and then we slither out of a window onto the ground.
Darkness does not make him forget what we look like.
Right, but like, can we not just scamper off the grounds? Like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, we can
We're
totally
in the
run.
middle of the city where
Maybe.
we just assaulted a Duke's guard.
So,
A gentle caress.
Gerda.
as a yellow
I hope
goes
they
out-
don't have like a what do they call those? A drawer of criminals.
Oh, yeah.
As he-
Caricature artist.
as he draws his blade.
I don't think the police hire caricature artists to do their
They're really
interpretation.
good. They're really
Those
great.
victim sketching people.
They're like, how big were his
Argyle do
ears?
that?
Absolutely beautiful. What was that?
Like,
Emma?
I said, can't we slip him a Mickey? Can your Argyle do that?
Oh, he has a sword drawn up. He's not
he's
just
very-
standing there docilely.
He's
Oh.
very
He is in
on guard.
combat.
I would like to remind the party we have not had a chance to heal since my last encounter, so I am at 10 HP.
I'm
Did you
really
guys
sorry,
sleep?
guys.
No, we slept.
No.
I was fracked.
Your
Who's
last
Oh,
encounter.
his. Oh my gosh, that's right. He's hurt.
Fuck.
I'm down a spell slot because of that encounter.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good point.
I'm
That's a
at
good
full.
point.
I'm pretty
'Cause
sure.
It could
I
be
can
a-
heal myself, but
This
if
just
we're gonna get
just a heads
swarmed-
up, just a heads up, and this is the kindest I will ever be in the future. This could be a long work day. Just a heads up.
Okay.
So we will start with Yari as
Bring
this
it on.
individual draws
Yes.
his blade and yells for support.
Okay, how close is he to Yari?
Maybe like 7 feet, 8 feet away.
Okay,
There's
For my-
just enough room in this hallway, by the way, to go shoulder by shoulder, maybe 4 of you.
okay. So this is what Yari does.
Oh,
Yari. Okay, hold on a second.
I feel like Yari could
can
just
you
solve
s-
this right now.
Well, no, I could kill him right now, pretty darn. But I don't think we
How
want to.
about we just knock him out?
Okay, so
Yeah, just use some MMA. Just put him in a sleeper hold. Sleeper hold.
okay, so bonus action. Yari
Sleeper
is
hold.
going to put the shadow behind him.
Her.
No.
Oh, behind,
Behind
him.
him.
Oh, okay, I get you. I get what you're saying. Okay.
Behind the guard.
Hi, Chris.
I know that guy.
So, what you guys see is this shadowy, large, almost 8 foot tall, probably 7 foot something tall, shadowy figure appear. What you notice is that it is slightly more defined than any of you have ever seen it. There's less of like the shadows wafting off of him, and they're more conformed into a human shape. Argyle, this is in fact something you have seen before. You don't have good experiences. You can tell me your mental state and if you would like to roll something based on that. The sword also looks pretty fucking familiar that it's holding.
I don't think Argyle would be scared, but I definitely start like giving Yari a little bit of like daggers, like brother. How deep does this go, brother?
Okay, so Yari Yari closes and says, "What are we doing, guys?" And I am going to attempt to
Yari's a closer.
I am going to attempt to
Yari, if you close, I give you copy.
what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not David Mamet? Group
Oh no.
leader?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was like I would I can't really. I'm tiny. Yari is tiny. She can't restrain this guy.
I believe it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something really quick.
Knock him out.
Evens, I try and grapple him. Odds, I try and knock him out. Odds, I try and knock him out. Okay, Yari takes the walking stick and attacks him with non-lethal damage.
Okay.
And that is cocked. And then 16.
16 just hits.
And then
Nice.
that is 7 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to unleash Incarnation and command the shadow to attack. and I'm going to roll the attack, and then I'm going to ask you a question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a natural 1. Okay.
Boo. Womp womp.
Okay.
I don't have to ask my question.
On a natural 1, I'm going to tell you what happens.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Actually,
Okay. What's up?
Cheryl, I see this happening, right?
Yeah.
Do I know Yari is commanding the shadow?
I would assume so. You watched Yari run up, summon it, and then it's moving.
Okay, silvery barbs. To
me?
to give you. Does it give you advantage? Can I do that, or is that
No, you
have to
make
do
me.
it against someone else's attack.
You can do it
correct.
against my attack. You can
No,
do it
no.
against my attack. Okay.
No, you're good.
Yeah. The advantage is imposed after you change a roll.
Okay.
You could change my attack roll if you wanted. I rolled a natural 1.
I don't actually know
That's-
how that works. I'm super curious. I should look into
You
that.
can silvery barbs your own person. You can silvery barbs
You
anyone.
can. And I think you can use it on just any attack roll.
Yeah, it just says you can choose a different creature you can see within range, even yourself. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. It makes within 1 minute. A creature can be empowered by only one use of the spell at a time.
But first you have to barb a roll in order to give somebody that.
Oh, and so this is the first roll, so it would be the lower roll regardless, because it specifically says lower roll.
Yeah.
So regardless, it would still be the 1.
Oh, okay. So
So
never mind then. My bad. I tried.
There's a lot of dice rolling that's happening right now, though.
as you are watching on a nat 1, your intention is to have this thing attack the target with what I hope is non-lethal damage, right? You're trying to have
Yes.
it do the same thing you were doing.
Yes.
There is a moment as that is your intention and that is the command that you send, right? That is the thing that you want to happen. That is not what happens. There is a moment where you swear this creature's shadowy head looks at you and then immediately snaps back as the blade disappears, and in this epitome of elegance, the blade just kind of flashes upwards, almost in one fluid motion that you can't see, as a wave of cold air washes past everyone behind the guard, back where you all are. You are all flashed with this like negative 20-degree weather. Like it just became the dead of winter. It is now freezing cold as this wave of air passes through you all. And as you're looking, the guard is split in half.
Oh.
I do flinch though.
Oh shit!
We should probably get the hell out of here.
So you watch as the top half, as this was like a diagonal slash through the creature, the shadowy creature probably disappears if you let it fade. That's still on you.
Is it trying? Is it trying to
It's
disappear?
not trying to do anything. It's held in this motion as the sword is drawn up at the apex of the slash.
Yari, keep it out. Keep it out.
Yari is frozen.
There is a moment as you guys watch as this cut happens, and the top half of the body slides down and falls to the floor.
I am a little
As
scared
the
at this
bottom
point.
half falls the other way, and blood
Damn.
starts pooling.
Yari, keep the shadow out. Keep the shadow out.
I'm terrified.
It's no longer my turn.
And we will
Sure.
go to Gerda.
Well, I mean, I think we should get the hell out of here. We're not combating anymore, right?
No, my dude is definitely dead.
So, yeah,
Just
guys.
eat
like,
his heart.
should we just? I didn't think I was allowed to eat his heart. I was warned against that type of
No.
thing.
That was a joke, but you are allowed, technically, within the rules of D&D. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, He's the only
Even-
one that saw us trying to leave, and the only one that's a witness is dead. So I say we slither out a side window.
It is worth
can do
noting,
darkness.
even at this early point, you are hearing footfalls through the palace.
So let's fucking hurry and go in a side room right now. I can darkness us. No one will see us. It's likely, but they couldn't prove it in a court of law.
How far are we from the
Like,
way we came?
Gerda's secret backstory is as a lawyer.
Think if you were leading, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes of like good running. Well, good running, maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
We could just break through a window. We've already killed somebody. I don't think we have qualms about breaking
We are.
a feet of stained glass.
Yeah, that's true. We have
So-
already committed murder.
I am going to say we are in initiative, and
bad.
I'm going to lock you out of
Feel
party
good about
talk
that.
here.
Yeah.
Who's
Make a
next?
decision, Gerda.
It is Gerda's turn. So you have, in a turn, there are 6 seconds that goes by.
Uh-huh.
So you have 6 seconds to do something here.
But I cannot confer.
Right, you can say things, but people won't be able to respond and act on them until their turn. Unless you would like to wait until their turn happens and then confer with them.
We've been told no planning.
Yeah.
Basically, we are in initiative, and if you were to have this conversation, people would be on top of you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue on the way away from the dead guard that Rusadi said that is the way out,
Okay.
and hopefully people follow.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Reasonable.
move that way, and if that is your turn, we'll go to Argyle.
Hi, I'm Argyle.
There's
I
a corpse on
am-
the ground, and blood is just
there
pooling.
is corpse on the ground. I am going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself, just in case I get stabbed. And then I'm going to can I hold my movement, but if everyone starts to move to leave, I will follow everybody out.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I will do.
Okay.
Damn.
It would have been Dead Guy's turn, but Dead Guy is dead.
Yeah.
Tilvius.
But I thought Rusadi went before me.
Rosati had oh, you're right,
17.
actually. Rosati did. Rosati.
It's hard to be a DM. I get it.
Well,
It really is.
I made
All
a
you need to
line-
do is let all your players play dragons, and then things go by real quick.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is
Fair.
true. But yeah, I made a line underneath Rosati, and part of it crossed out the name.
Next time, can we be dragon Transformers?
You
Yeah.
are
You're
literally
already
a
a
half-drake.
dragonborn.
What do you, or a dragonborn? What do you want?
Dragon Transformer. I want to be a transformer that,
gosh.
like, I want to be a truck that turns into a dragon.
When they
That would
invent
be-
trucks here, 100%.
So badass.
Anyway,
I'm going back the way that I know how to get out of here.
okay.
I'm gonna full action and dash.
Okie dokie. Are you trying to like lead the way here off of your
Yep.
mental map?
Yep.
Okay. I'll say for this bit, you definitely know where you're going. So that'll bring us to Tilvius.
Okay. Is the shadow still up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to start shouting in the direction of the guards that are coming. I'm going to start shouting, "Help! Help! Shadow monster! It killed a guard! Shadow monster, help!" As I back away from the shadow. I'm not going full speed. So I'll say I move 15 feet away from it in the direction everyone else is running.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
that's my turn.
Am I next?
Yes.
I would like to help with that. Deception, acting, whatever you wanted to do. I would like to
Okay.
be like, oh no, this horrible shadow monster. I forgot my voice. Oh no, this horrible shadow monster.
Batman, it's Batman.
It's so awful and cold and dark.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
And also run away. If you would like for us who are quite good at deception to roll this.
I will say that since you are providing the help action, I'll have Tilvius roll it since that was like his initial plan. So make
Can I
your
roll
deception check.
performance?
You can roll performance, yeah.
With,
And I will
with
still
advantage?
allow
Yeah.
it with advantage.
With advantage? Holy crap.
I'm helping you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. That means that's good because I rolled a 7 the first time and a 15 the second time. My performance is +7. So that's 22 total.
Holy.
Yeah. It is
That's badass.
It is a stellar
I believe it.
performance. Tilvius has just been fucking killing it tonight.
I'm rolling
Badass.
This is
Yeah.
my
Okay,
night for rolling.
And
Sylvius
who gets
is
the
a
Academy
god.
Award for Best Supporting Actor?
Yes.
It is
Cirrus.
Cirrus did a good job.
Serious.
Thank
did a
you.
great job.
Thank you very
Oh
much.
my. Is it my turn?
It is your turn. I will say, at the end of that combat round,
Yes.
you all watch as from that other side where he was trying to lead you, around the corner, just a horde of guards. As you are counting as they're rounding the corner, you see 5 as the round turns to Yari.
Yari looks back at Tilvius, and she's just like more pale than normal, and her eyes are wide. And she looks back at the shadow, and she commands it to attack her, and I allow it to hit me.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh
What do
says
The
you-
guards are in full view.
Uh-huh.
Yari has her sword drawn.
Yeah.
There's a shadow monster in front. Everybody is screaming, "There's a shadow monster! Just killed a
I
guard!"
see.
And she commands the shadow to stab her.
Okay. So my question to you is, are you doing this like you normally would? Or
Yes.
are you... Okay.
She doesn't
then make
know
a-
another way.
Yeah, then make an attack roll. Like your own attack roll.
Well, I just knocked that off the
Yari
table.
dies right now.
Oh,
I'll be
what's...
sad.
Wait, hold on.
I got another spell.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Hold on.
I
Yari has a
will.
lot of
I
hit
will
points
tell
also.
you.
Oops, I rolled the damage. Hold on.
I will tell you right now that guard took 76 points of damage.
Well, it beat my armor class by 1.
Okay. Yeah. So make your attack roll, or make your damage roll. I'm sorry.
My normal damage roll. Well, I already did the damage. I did the damage first by accident. 11.
Yeah. So you take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Yari, no!
Just
And-
a very normal. What you will notice for those of you watching is this swordsmanship is different. This looks like Yari's swordsmanship. It is not. It is not that. There is a difference between the motion and the waste thereof.
Oh, like I move way more than the shadow did when it
It's
acted on
super
its own
efficient,
accord.
Yeah.
It would be impossible to see unless you are trained in swordsmanship, right? Unless you know what you're looking for. Yari's swordsmanship is impeccable. This is many steps above, and if you can understand that, you have no idea how that's possible.
And then let's see. I'm going to Yari's going to back up. She's not going to use her attack. Oh wait, no, I have to. I just realized mechanically I have to use my attack in order for that exchange to have happened. So Yari will make an attack at the shadow, who I think it doesn't have my AC. Its AC is lower. Okay.
Can you just fake an attack?
Oh my gosh, I totally pasted it. It doesn't matter what damage I do because it only has 1 hit point. So it stabs me, I stab it, and it dissipates. Or what does happen when I actually hit it?
Is there mechanically something that happens to the shadow?
Yeah.
Mechanically, it says if it gets hit, It says it has 1 hit point and immunity to all conditions. It doesn't say what happens. It just has 1 hit point, and then
Okay.
it just has
So
1 hit point.
if
So
it
for
has
flavor.
1 hit point as you go to slash through it, its hand is kind of like extended in that same slashing motion, and as your walking stick passes through, the shadow itself tears apart, and the different parts start to draw in on themselves as they fade away.
Our hero.
At this point, all of those, and I'll take us out of initiative unless you would like to do something else. At this point, the guards have rounded the corner.
Did they see some of that?
They did see that.
Okay.
Yeah, the first guards that were around the corner saw that, heard the screaming and all that. As they round the corner and look at you, you're starting to get a head count, and there's still more filing into this hallway. We're at 16.
6-0?
16.
1-6.
Yeah.
We could.
I'll shout to Argyle, Argyle, Yari's hit! And I'll like run over and like fuss over her, like, are you okay? Oh, that was so terrifying, that kind of stuff.
As you get there, the guards have kind of like surrounded this place now. There's like the talk and orders about them locking down different hallways, making sure all the rooms are checked. They're double checking everything, and they have surrounded you in kind of a circle. And eventually, one of them walks over, who's wearing like a helmet with like that same velvety plume. What's happened?
That shadow thing came out of nowhere and killed that guard and stabbed my friend.
Where did it come from?
It just was there.
It all happened really fast.
We
Guard
heard
was
some.
trying to lead us out.
We heard some very suspicious, like chanting coming from. It seemed like everywhere around us, from the walls. It was very unnerving.
Please make a deception check.
I'm good at that. That's what I'm hoping.
You are good at that.
Can I try and help by coughing up a little blood?
Do you have?
I would like that
proficiency?
because I got a 10, and that's
You have
Wait,
proficiency in
I
deception?
have proficiency in deception. I do.
Okay, then yes.
Awesome.
Can I guidance?
So-
Like sneakily give him guidance?
You could make sleight of hand, but I will tell you if you fail the sleight of hand, they will know.
I will not take
Don't
that
risk it.
chance. Yeah.
Well, okay. Thank you for the advantage. I moved my 10 to an 11.
Very nice.
Beautiful. So you got an 11 total.
Very, yeah. Damn it, that's not very good. It's such a good bonus too.
So I will tell you because I think it's funny. That's a 12 on the dice.
That is
So-
funny. Do we die now?
So as you are saying this, he looks at you, chanting.
What?
There
Oh,
was
I thought you
chant-
said enchanting. I thought you were hitting on me.
there was chanting in the hallways,
Yeah,
and it was loud.
it was
I'll
ethereal.
cut him off and say, we don't have time for this. My friend's hurt. Stab wound, stab wound.
He will look towards part of the group, and somebody that is in that same robe with a staff will kind of walk over and hold the staff in one hand and the little amulet underneath his cloak in another, as he points the staff towards Yari and casts Cure Wounds.
Oh, good.
And you will
Thank
get
you.
back 6 points, 6 hit points.
Nice.
And is there a guard that I can tell seems to be more in charge? Was it the one talking?
The one with the plume, yeah, that you're talking
Okay.
to.
I will get right in his face and
Compliment his plume.
act as desperate as possible and say, what if it comes back? We've got to get out of here. We can't stay here anymore. And just be like in a full-on panic, like bucking and like making as big a scene as possible.
I will say you can roll deception, but it will not negate Cirrus's.
Fuck me. I mean, that makes sense. I need. Do I have
That's only a
inspiration?
16.
No.
That's like my lowest roll of the night.
On a 16, he looks at you, and there is a moment of compassion for what you are going through right now. Of course, if you would follow us, as he starts heading back down the hallway where he came from. And
The wrong
the guards
way.
around you have not moved. Like you'd have to go through a bunch of guards to go the opposite direction. They're kind of lining the hallways and moving to follow you.
Sir, do you realize we're members of the guild?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Whatever, man.
What?
I don't know, but Josh
He's
thought that was like better, bigger,
He's
like more
trying
important
to-
than a god.
Trying to pull the guild immunity card. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Did
Yeah,
that
so
once. Can't do it twice.
Are you guys following these guards?
Yes.
I think we follow the guards. I mean, what other choice do we
Yeah.
We are at the point doing a head count as you're kind of heading down the hallway, and you take another left turn following this guy with a plume.
And this is when the book explodes and the rocks fall and we all die.
As you're following, you are kind of like counting guards just to have an idea of what you're up against. We're at 25, 30 that you've passed in the hallway.
Waiting for us already.
They
The
can't
walking-
be that good. There's so many of them. They gotta be.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not.
Just gonna get on out of here. Let's go.
You follow and follow.
Are they wearing like
Pajamas.
glass, like green glass armor?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no glass armor. Just
That's
most of
That's a
them are wearing.
That's a Morrowind reference. Did anybody play that?
It is. Yeah, Morrowind's a great game. But they're all wearing that same like white cloak that's kind of drawn together and it's just like partitioned in the middle. And each of them are wearing like something a little different under that. But as you follow through these hallways, these are definitely different hallways. Ruzadi, you're not going the right way. And eventually you get to stairs that lead down.
Where are we going?
You will be held for the night as we question you about what you've
But
seen
we're
and been through.
I don't know that I should be talking, but like we're supposed to be at a dinner, right?
Wait.
That was the
There's-
dinner.
There's
That
no
was the dinner.
response to this. He's just gesturing for you to follow him. That
Like
was-
the Duke expects us to be like a good, like, okay.
if you would all, as you head down the stairs, it turns
This
to like
sucks.
that same like stone brick that lines the walls. Very oubliette feeling down here as you head down and down, and eventually you see cells and a large like wooden table sitting out front with candles on it and guards posted here. If you would all be so kind as to leave your weapons here, you will receive them after questioning.
Yeah, all right.
This is a very kind imprisonment here.
I mean, most of my abilities come from magic, and he can't take that away from me.
Yeah.
Biari takes her bow out and dumps out her arrows and puts her walking stick on the table and goes into one of the
Yeah, they've
Cells.
opened.
Are we all in one big cell, or
It's
each-
like a large kind of holding cell. Like they're not individual prison cells. There's like
Yeah.
a bench on either side.
The
There's
drunk
not
tank.
even there's not even like beds in here. It's just like benches that line the walls in here.
Now, I don't want to be like metagame man, so I just want to let you know that I took all the weapons out of my bag, but didn't leave my bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they let me do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They will go through like a normal search if you are trying to hide anything. But depending on where you're hiding it will be what the DC is, right? When they're searching it.
Okay, well, I mean, like, you know what I'm hiding.
Yeah, no, I know what you're hiding.
Yeah.
They don't find they don't find it at all.
I would
Okay, because
rather
I don't
not
have
part
that.
with my
I don't have
book.
that box anymore.
I don't think they're going to take a book from you. I don't think they are like terribly concerned about your book. They don't know that you're a wizard, and I don't think your grimoire has any like defining features on it, right?
Nope, just a book.
I give my short bow, and I have a dagger, and I have 2 short swords. I'm going to hand over the nicer of the 2 short swords. I look directly in the guard's eyes who I'm handing it to, and I say, I will have this back.
Of course.
Are we listing all our
And
weapons?
then-
I have a crossbow. I've got,
And then
like,
I put
2
the
daggers.
bag
So-
with the mimic in front of him, and I say, do not unwrap the mimic.
he looks at the bag and looks at you, and there's like genuine concern on his face.
He's my pet.
Okay.
I forgot about our mimic.
So
friend.
my question is: anybody holding back anything?
No.
Weapon-wise, no.
Nothing.
I don't have any special weapons.
Weapon, yeah,
My nice
weapon-wise,
short sword.
no.
Okay. You are all led into this small little prison cell. You guys take a seat on the bench, and that's where we're gonna end. As they
Boo!
shut the cell door out. I was not. There
Sorry,
was
I killed
so
a man.
much that was. We just said no. Fuck that. Beautiful. All right, let's do outros, and then yeah. Hi, Job.
Hey, no, fuck that.
Dope. Beautiful.
Back to
Hi,
you, Andy.
hi, Tony.
Hi, Andy. And apparently, we just took your notes, crumpled them up, shit on them, and went the other way.
It's beautiful. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Andy. I'm Chris. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Amador.
Hi, Andy. Hashtag free my mans. They locked them up. Not fair. Rigged trial. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Emily.
You're muted.
You're mute.
In my defense, he seemed suspicious, and I think it would have been fucked even if I didn't try to do that. So
Yeah, no, you did exactly what you should have.
100% here
I'm
for
on
it.
board.
Gerda out.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Juice.
I could have been reading Martha Wells's Murderbot series. I could have done that, and I wouldn't be in jail. So,
No, you'd still probably
what do
be
you
in
think
jail.
about that?
Still probably be in jail. And I have been Dakota Orshiro. Catch us next week to figure out what's going on here.
Welcome to
in-
jail.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.